Hard, hard west. We be shooting in the hard, hard west. Hi, Samit.
Hello.
That's the theme song to Hard West's first expansion, A Fistful of Freedom. No, what's it called?
It's Scars of Freedom.
You had a chance to check this out very recently. This is the expansion of Hard West, which is sort of an interesting Weird West turn-based tactics game. Can you walk me through what that is before you tell me what's up in the expansion?
Sure, yeah. This is a game that came out last November. It's maybe you describe it as XCOM by way of the Wild West. You know, XCOM with cowboys instead of aliens.
But still some supernatural junk going on, especially in this expansion based on the video that we're looking at
yes,
today.
Yes. So, cowboys, not aliens, not cowboys and aliens. Like that movie.
No, they couldn't afford. I forget who was in that
Daniel
movie.
Craig, I think.
Yes, definitely.
But
you got the XCOM like turn-based tactics thing. So what's new in Scars of Freedom?
Yeah. So the Scars of Freedom actually turns down some of the paranormal stuff that was in the game. It focuses more on gothic horror. So it's kind of a Frankenstein-ish story. Literally in some ways, but there's even elements of Deus Ex, which is weird. But so basically, there are two main characters here. There's a former slave, Liberty, with two E's, and this guy, Dr. Gorman. He's this kind of mad scientist, and he enhances Liberty with life-saving surgery against her consent. So basically, she wakes up and says, "I didn't ask for this." Well,
does she actually say it like?
No.
Does she say it like Kiefer Sutherland, or was that just like your own spin on it?
No, it's not quite like that. But basically, she wakes up and is like, "What the hell?" and is wondering, why this doctor has done this to her, and basically what's happened. So that's sort of where it starts.
So like body modification by way of Frankenstein is kind of the new big mechanic. And it's not just like a storytelling thing; it's also like a mechanical way of customizing and upgrading your different characters, right?
Yeah, so in the original game, you had skills that were represented by poker cards. Here in the DLC, you'll have body parts. So basically, you transplant new body parts onto yourself to get more skills, and you use this currency called Ether to pay for those upgrades.
You'll notice in this video that one of the characters you're playing as, I don't know much about this game, but this actually got me really interested, is one of the characters is Phineas Gage, who's a real dude. Do you know about Phineas Gage? He's a real dude. He had a railroad spike go through his brain, and he was like this case study for doctors about like how the human brain can function with a spike in it. And he is a playable character in this that you can modify with different body parts and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so here we're seeing some of that in the sort of hub world area of the game. So after you go through a mission, you'll get back to this area, and it gives you a lot of options to have some ways to advance the story that aren't just through the main missions. So basically, you'll have like a store to visit or a little side objective to do here, and so some of the locations just have like info like to maybe flesh out the lore of the game.
There's some moral choices too, like this one right here, where you're trying to get your hands on some ether so you can purchase some new body parts from the morgue, and this is kind of like a, do you want to help this guy put him to rest and ease his pain? No, we want to get that sweet ether. Pretty brutal.
Right. And there's optional encounters here where, you have the option to get involved, or not. And then, maybe if you do something good will happen or something bad will happen. So, it's, again, little ways to advance the story, beyond, what you have. And then here's, some of the body modification stuff that I was talking about. And there's also, weapon modding. You're sort of tricking out like your, crazy revolver with multiple barrels.
seems kind of blasé compared to just dude modding. Like we just bought a hand. Like sure. we just bought a hand, and we're gonna put that hand on a dude.
But then you're gonna use that hand to shoot the gun. So
that's a good point. It's all means to an end if you look at it that way.
Yeah.
There's the gnarly looking profile pic for Phineas Gage. So when is this gonna be out?
It'll be out March 3rd, and it'll be $2.99.
$2.99. Feeling fine.